and out in the Channel have been for two purposes, really. The first, to try and report to people the sheer pace and speed of this. More people have come this year already via inflatable dinghy than came in the whole of last year. And if we get a good summer, goodness knows how big that number could become. And secondly, to point out this activity called the handover between the French Navy and the British Border Force, which I filmed and have broadcast, and I'm pretty appalled by it. Well, I'm pleased that people have noticed, they are picking up on it, and indeed, Dr. Julian Lewis, Conservative Member of Parliament for New Forest East, asked this question today to Home Office Immigration Minister Chris Philp.
It does appear to be the case that French patrol boats are escorting these dangerously overloaded inflatables across the Channel until they reach English waters, whereupon, or I should say UK waters, whereupon our patrol boats pick up the occupants and ferry them to our shores. Now, I understand that this is because we have to save people who've put themselves and sometimes their families at serious risk at sea. But how can we remove perverse incentives to behave in such a dangerous fashion?
Well, it's worth emphasising that where boats get into difficulties in French waters, for example, if their engine breaks down, then the French will pick them up and take them back to France. We must, of course, as the Honourable Gentleman says, be very mindful of safety at life, but we are, at the moment, reviewing our operational practices in these areas for the reasons he mentions. But let me say that half of the attempted crossings are intercepted by the French on the beach. We have so far, since last January, returned 155 people who have crossed, and we seek to return many more.
Well, that was Chris Philp. Look, they've returned 155 out of nearly 4,000, so you can work out that it is an absolutely tiny percentage. But I do think perhaps a little bit of good news, perhaps in that he does say they're reviewing their procedures. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but maybe the publicity around this is going to make the government actually do their job and say to the French, we cannot go on with this business of escorting. Now, we've talked a lot